my children in this world and in hereafter. Bless them, guide them. May we see halal as halal and run towards it. May we see haram as haram and run away from it. And ignore. Does that mean that's it? So it's not about making dua. It's not about sending them to Islamia. When was the last time you even asked your children, where are you in your Quran? Where are you in your Quran? Read to me, let me listen to you. I'm not very good with the Quran. In fact, my children taught me the Quran. At first, I found it really, really hard because they finally had an avenue to like, you know when they want to lord over you, because maybe I've been in the mother now. Now they are in control. They go, did you repeat that? I say, you're very stupid. Because sometimes I think they do it intentionally. They will do like this. No, repeat it again. Repeat it, I say, that. But over time, I was able to get better in reading the Quran. We read Surah Al-Kahf every Friday. When I started reading Surah Al-Kahf with them, it was horrible. Because that surah is long. It was tiring. But with time, and I was going like, and they would go like, when they make a face like, you're wasting our time. But over time, I got better, and I got better, and I got better, and they grew to become more patient. They learned to teach their parents. When my son was 8 or 9 years old, he started leading me in Salah. Wallahi. You see, and I keep trying to tell people. People see me and say, all this, my disciples is like, because we believe that unless somebody is this number one Muslim, she cannot do anything good. I'm definitely not even close to an Ustad, not even close. When we talk about maybe women and men who have Iman, I'm definitely not even that close. I'm just a Muslim who is trying to pray. But I do know that I take parenting very, very seriously. Because when he was 9, he began to lead me. He would lead me in Salah, I'll go back to my room and I pray the Salah because I knew that was rubbish. But I needed him to understand the importance of being an imam. And I used to tell him, look, do you know what it is to lead your parent in Salah? So when he comes to pray, he will come like this with his head high. I can see my mother behind me. And over time, he got better at it. When my kids know I'm angry with them, do you know what they do? They read Surah Maryam. There is this Islamia that I took them to, and they taught them how to read Surah Maryam in this melodious voice. Wallahi, when I listen to it, it makes me feel, you don't cry, So they know it. So when they're in trouble, they will just carry Quran. When they start reading, I'll begin to calm down. I'll be calming down. Until I realize that they were using it to do me shaking. But the point is, are you intentional? Are you intentional about being a parent? We are the role models of our children. Not because we are good or we are perfect, but because it is a duty Allah has placed on us. And I keep saying, look, it's not that we are perfect and we don't have bad days and good days. But how you manage the bad days says a lot about who you are. And your kids see it. What do you say about your neighbors? Mommy Balaka is passing. Daddy like Abdullah is passing. That man, see me. They are hearing you. These are little things we do without even knowing. You are driving. The light shows red. You go and sit there watching. I've done it. My daughter said, Didi, and you're a coach. Quick. I just went back. Because I have raised my children to speak. When I want feedback, I swear, I don't even look for feedback outside. My children are brutal. In fact, before I ask for feedback, I take Panadol. Because by the time they finish me, even me, I go and lie down and say, God. So I taught them to do it this way. I don't know if there's any Toastmaster in the house. Is there any Toastmaster? Toastmaster. You don't know Toastmasters? Toastmaster is a club you learn to do public speaking and leadership training. But basically it's leadership and public speaking. When I started wanted to become a coach, I went and joined them because I wanted to learn how to do public speaking. So what they taught us there is when you want to give feedback, there's something called the CRC. Comment, recommend, and commend. So I taught my children that. So before they start to condemn me, at least say one nice thing about me. You get it? So they will say, you need to be honest. Yeah, honestness. Your word is your word, and we like that about you. When you say something, you but then they go, you are this, and this long. You will not let us do this, you will not let us do that. In fact, sometimes you don't know us because why? They don't have food. You know, you don't give your children food, you are a bad woman. You know? And then at the end, I say, okay, you have me. Now say something nice again. And you say, okay, yes, and then you love us. When was the last time you asked your children how they feel about you? Have you ever asked your children how they really feel? Because it's not asking them how they feel. They watch your face. And they are afraid of the consequences of their utterances. So if you look at them and you punish them in a subtle manner because they told you the truth, they will never tell you again. So you can imagine my pain as they are dishing it out to me and I have to maintain a straight face. I'm dying, but no, I'm just like, because I need them to understand that it's okay. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Have you asked feedback? You are busy asking your colleagues feedback. You are asking your boss feedback. But the most important people in your life, you don't ask for feedback. When was the last time you asked your children how they really feel about you? Have you ever done that? Fantastic, you have. Until let me give you something for that child. Better woman. I want parents. So feedback is important because you cannot raise a child who is emotionally aware if you don't even know how to receive or give feedback yourself. Now, empathy. This is the core of the matter. You know empathy, right? Empathy is what is lacking in our children. Have you noticed? Wallahi, our children lack empathy. I don't know how it happened. Because sometimes I look at my children and I go like, did I raise this child? Because I have always believed in empathy. Yet we have children that they really don't care. Now I know where you're coming from. I don't know whether it's a generation. They feel so entitled to every good thing in the world, but they don't have to earn anything. And then they have very little empathy. I had a class last week for young adults in university. In fact, ironically, it was young adults from universities in the UK, but they have come for summer holiday in Nigeria. Then a few of them from Nile University and I think Bayes University. And let me share this with you, what was key. I did this emoji with them. Then I said, if somebody falls down here, what will you do? They laugh. And that's the truth. They laugh. When I was their age, when somebody fell, we rushed to go and help. But now, they laugh and take a phone and start to record. Because things are like that are now funny. I said, if somebody is crying, what will you do? I said, they should show me. One boy came to school, another person. Guy, what's it now? Another boy came here, and then I will laugh. Can you see the level they are at? Then I asked him, what will be funny? I don't know. But it's being too intense. I said, how do you know he's being intense? Do you know what's going on in his mind? He said, I don't know, but you should suck it up. You see, we're back at it again. He should suck it up. Be a man. My son, when he was, sorry, I keep giving an example of my children, I hope you don't mind. When my son was 17, he just entered university. One day he came back home. He said, Didi, you said it's okay for me to cry. I said, yes. But he called a name. I don't want to call the boy's name. Because that boy, you know when somebody is in your bad book, he's still there. He said that men don't cry. Because my children never heard of men don't cry until he got to university. Because I have raised them to believe men cry. When I know they cry. When I know they cry.
We don't show it. We don't show it.
We don't cry at all.
We don't show it.
Do you shed tears?
Do. As a man.
Thank you. Now, when my son told me that he made him cry, I said, do you believe Allah makes mistakes? He said, no. I said, do you believe Allah will take tears for you? He said, yes. Do you feel pain? He said, yes. Do you feel the intense pain that tears begin to trickle without even you knowing? He said, yes. I said, Papa, I don't expect you to go, oh, I don't expect that from you. But I expect when you feel intense pain, you can go into a corner and you can for a minute and just pass it, there is dust in your eyes. If we keep raising raising boys who have no kind of sensitivity. Let me digress. If you follow me on Instagram, the video I think I put 2 weeks ago. My dream is that one day, I have 2 boys, one day 2 young ladies will call me and they'll give a kiss on my cheek and they will say, Didi, thank you. And I'll say, why now? I know, but I'll say, why now? Say, because you raised them right. I keep telling women, you may not have, sorry, let me digress. You may not have married the man of your dreams. It happens. You may be disappointed in the kind of marriage you have today. I need you to channel that disappointment into your children. Raise them right. If you are not happy, make another one happy by raising a man who is emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware and also sensitive. So that when a man sees his wife crying, he will feel as if the whole world has crumbled because it is his duty to make her happy and cry. Raise the man of your dreams. He can be the man of my dreams. And then you get the word for itself. So back to what I was saying. Yeah.
If the woman is using cry against them.
That is what we say something now. But you know what? The truth is, he is right. Let's be emotionally intelligent and let's have empathy. I always say this. One of the best hadith that I hold on to is you are not a true believer until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. I learned that hadith when I was 10 years old. Wallahi, that is in fact, if you ask my children, what is this motto in life? That's it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And that's how I always said it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you cannot tell the truth, keep quiet. That's it. So if you use tears as a weapon, that's not okay. That's not right. But then you have to find a way to manage it. And then you ask yourself, why does she have to resort to tears to get my attention? You see, the problem is there is no self-reflection. Why does she have to resort to tears to get your attention? Does that mean communication? That you put down in communication? Because it should be that you should be able to just talk. And then you actually listen actively. You see, part of being socially, emotionally aware is learning to negotiate and manage conflict. Because if you don't understand emotions, how will you manage conflict? You cannot manage conflict. Most people run away from conflict. Most people. And unfortunately, I do therapy. It doesn't solve the problem. Running away from conflict does not take the conflict away. It grows. It turns into resentment. Sometimes it even turns into hatred. So being emotionally aware helps you to manage conflict. Because when you look at someone's face, and that face is not looking like the way it should, it's common sense. You have to learn to ask, what's wrong? How can I help? What can I do to make it right? This is what we don't teach our kids. That is what we don't even know ourselves. An emotionally aware child should be able to say, Daddy, you're looking sad today. What's wrong, Daddy? But he cannot do that if you didn't teach him that. How? By when he's also looking down and asking my son, what is wrong with him? Come. Hold his hand, sit him down. And look, you see, people underestimate eye contact. I don't know if I shared it in this class. There was a day that I had this woman who said she needed to talk to me. I didn't know her from anywhere. And she actually paid for a session and she came. When she entered, you need to see this woman online. In every way, she was beautiful. She smelled really nice. And then she sat down. As she sat down, I sat, because in counseling, there's a way you put your chairs. I sat down beside her. And I turned to her, and I gave her a compliment. That's what we learn in therapy. The first thing you do is to compliment the person, because it kind of like breaks down that wall of, I said, oh my, and you have to tell the truth. If the person will don't say I don't know. Don't say, just say, look for something that is nice about the person and say maybe character or something, but don't lie. Besides, like I said, this one is really pretty. So I said, oh my God, you have really beautiful eyebrows. And she smiled weakly. Then I looked at her and said, sis, Maintaining eye contact, like this. Can I go ahead? Yes. How are you? Wallahi, she's not right. I thought it was just small cry. She began to cry more, for 1 hour. The session is 1 hour. She cried throughout. I had to bring tissue box and kept her, and I asked her, can I hold your hand? And she said yes. And I began to stroke her hand. And she kept on crying. Because the truth is, there are times that all you need is to be asked how you are doing. That's all. We're not saying you can solve every problem, but the acknowledgement of somebody not doing well, if you see it, you acknowledge it, it makes people feel even better. When was the last time you did that with your spouse? When was the last time you looked your spouse in the eye and said, how are you doing? While maintaining eye contact. In this hardship, in this stress, in this Nigeria that's too easy. But anyway, this side I'll move. You are not going to school fees this session. You have to give extra money. Because it is stressful in this country. Honestly, I don't know how many pay it. Do you pay school fees? You don't pay school fees. You don't understand. I don't pay either. But the fact that you pay school fees in this era, in this Nigeria of today, almost every school has high school fees. Transportation to school. Thank you, sir. May God bless you, my hustle. When was the last time you looked at your spouse and asked him how you're doing? How are you coping? You feed us, you clothe us, you pay school fees. How are you doing in the Allah Baraka? So you see, this is also our own problem. Complaint. Because we focus on the problem and we don't practice gratitude. And this is not a class for that. You know, this kind of we on our own. We don't want that. Problem solving. When you're emotionally aware, you are more conscious of solving the problem. Remember I said something about conflict resolution? Problem solving, that's it. As a people, we are more focused on our problems than the solutions to our problems. Let me give you an example. Can you see this my watch? I like it, bro. Let us imagine. As I'm talking now, my watch just fell. I don't want to throw it because I don't want it to actually fall. And it's broken. And I pick up my watch. I feel really sad because I love this watch. And then I'm just in a then my daughter saw me. Don't talk to me, guys. Don't talk to me. If my watch I say, I carry it myself. I go to Banex. I think of it. This is my watch. From morning to evening. Bear with me, I'm going to use just an analogy. Because of this broken watch, I have not been able to eat properly. I have not been able to smile at anybody because this watch is broken because I love this watch. Finally, after a whole day, I said, let me go to Emma and repair it. As I get to Emma, I meet the first person, guy, I have to repair this watch. Hajia, Hajia, it will cost you how much? I made about the watch 50K. I can take 30K. Because of just this screen, Hajia, this one, honestly, 30K. I can't pay 30K, I don't have 30K. I'll move to Mr. B. Guy, I don't have enough now, I need to repair this watch. Hajia, let me see. Okay, 20K now. I will not move you. No, 20K is I think budget is, I can't do anything I can do. And I move to the next person. This one, you don't condemn. Condemn, anyway, when you say you will remember, you won't cheat you. Me, I will tell you the truth, this is not condemn. And then maybe truly it is condemned. I have two choices. I really love this watch. I've had it maybe for maybe many years, or even my mother gave it to me. Then I can just sit down on the floor and go like, oh my God, my life has ended because my watch is broken. Or, are you sure? Then I just throw it into the dustbin. And I start to think, I earn maybe 100K every month. I'd like to buy the watch again. What do I need to do? I'll start to say 10,000 every month, or 15,000 every month, or 20,000 every month. In the next 5 months, inshallah, I will buy the watch again. Can you see how your mind moves? So either you focus on the fact that the watch is broken, and then you are moving all day, all week, all year, or you begin to think, the watch is broken, I need a new watch, and I want the same watch, I go online. Is it still available? Yes. How much is it now? Inflation, it has gone up a bit. And I begin to plan to buy it again by saving towards it. That's a problem-solving mindset. But what we do is when there is a problem, we marry it. You just marry the problem. The problem becomes you. You cannot eat, you cannot sleep, you cannot talk, you cannot function because of one problem in your life. You become miserable and the whole house is miserable because you're misery. They say those who are in misery, they like something, isn't it? So a problem-solving mindset. When your kids see it, they learn. Wallahi, you don't have to teach them, they learn it. When your child is used to seeing that when there is a problem, I saw a poem my daughter wrote when she was, I think, 8 years old. Wallahi, just did poetry there, I think it was just 3 years ago. Because when they write me poetry, I usually paste it on a wall, on a board in my office. She wrote, I love you, Vicky. Your goal is your something. You are a tool. Very funny poem, but she wrote at the end, I love the way you fix things. She was 8 years old. She's not 11. She wrote it when she was 8 years old. Because your mindset, I swear to God, whatever you do, your children are seeing it. If you are not a fixer, you are a problem, your children become a problem as well. Because they learn from your action, not from your words. You can teach from now to tomorrow. They don't hear that. It's what you are doing, they are seeing. So if you are not emotionally aware, almost there is no miracle to have emotionally aware children. But Allah Rahman Rahim, right? By some miracle, maybe your ustaz in Islamia or your teacher in the school is helping, perhaps. But they do more from what they see you do than what they hear you do. Am I communicating? Are you sure? Because sometimes I say I'm just talking. Okay, thank you. Now, how do you deal with anger and frustration in your life? How do you deal with anger?
It depends. Sometimes I keep quiet. Sometimes I keep quiet. Sometimes it is serious. I need to go to Shana. Say,
okay, let's talk about us. Online human beings. When I'm angry, is that a good thing? I'm not saying because I'm proud of you. Don't judge me. I just want to be honest. I want to be honest. I had serious anger problems. I had to go into anger management therapy. This is about 4 years ago, I think. 4 years ago. I didn't know how bad my anger was until one day my kids gave me feedback. I didn't even know I was angry. But in my anger, I became a tyrant to my children. I remember as a child, I was this hadith that said, I think, I know me, I'm not a child. There's a hadith that said something about any man that when you are coming back home and your children and your family are, afraid, Allah cursed that man, I think. There's a hadith like that, right? I became that. I have borderline OCD. You know what OCD is? Obsessive compulsive disorder. By nature, I cannot stand dirt. I can't stand dirty. I need that dirty. I don't like dirty. So I'm a neat freak. I like things to be in place. In fact, now, after therapy, before, if something is not straight, my life is in shambles. I must straighten it like this. People think it's a good thing. Believe me, it's a mental health issue. Because if a door handle is broken, I cannot sleep until I fix it. Yeah, until I fix it. I didn't think it was anything until I went into therapy. And from therapy, I realized it is actually trauma. The need to fix everything is trauma. But I didn't know that. So because of that, when my kids were younger, I go to my friend's house and I see them writing. It has never happened in my house. Somebody will die. Because to show you how, and it's not a good thing. My kids were regimented. I'm a scheduled person, so my phone, I have schedule. Time for bath, time to read the Quran, time to wash your clothes, time for everything. And if you pass that time, I'm more in trouble. I they sit down and they start pressing tea. Hey! You done. My kids never took. My kids could not watch TV without permission. My kids watch TV only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When the weather is hot, that was me before, not now. Before you touch me now, and say that was before therapy. After therapy, now I'm a better mother. When the weather is supposed to be hot, I have to determine it. Let me share a story. My son went to boarding house the first time when he was in SS2. So the night in boarding house, they turned on the AC and they slept till the next morning. So he told his friend, Clinton, the AC was on throughout the night. And he told me, say yes now. The AC was on throughout the night, Clinton. And then Clinton told his mother. Then the mother called me, said, Mrs. You know that I'm not to do but it's just that I was wondering, ma'am. Look, I said, that your son. I'm not trying to say anything, but I don't understand. I know you, Hajia. I know your house. For your son was surprised because he slept inside AC throughout the night, because he has never slept inside AC throughout the night. I determine the weather and whether or not you can switch on the AC. In my house, a child cannot pick remote and just pick. Hey! How? Yes. This is to show you. See, I'm saying this now not because I'm proud of it, but no. I need you to understand what trauma can do to people without even knowing. I go to my one time my husband told me his boss, they traveled to the US and then the children forgot the AC on. In fact, the part of the house got burnt. In my own house, you seek permission before you switch on the damn AC. You can't even switch on TV, so of course you should know you can't switch on AC now. It's better now. Now they don't. No, I've given blanket permission now. But you still get something. Yeah, but I still have the other ones. But what you the adults? They have to respect themselves. It was the day my older son, by the time he started having beard, he might try to receive sense. Now, by the time he became very big, one day I was so upset with my son, I came, and then he stood like this. He said, "Shh." I told him. Because the way he stood, I was like this. Bottom line is, wallahi, emotional awareness is important. You cannot be emotionally aware if you don't check yourself. I'm able to talk about these things and even make you laugh about it because I now know it and I'm aware of it. And instead of feeling shame, I said, no, I don't. My son once told me that what life did, you traumatized us. And I know I did. Because I thought it was good parenting. But I realized that I needed to create a balance. That was my major problem. I'm extreme. I'm an extreme person. If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm here, I'm so here. I don't have middle course. Now I'm learning to have a middle course. I'm sharing this story so that you can now reflect in your own life. What is it you're doing? How are your children interpreting it? Because it's not just what you're doing, what you think you're doing, but what they think you are doing. Because it's a cycle. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, if you get angry at the slightest thing, I began to see it in my children. One of the first trainings I did was the General of the Federation. I could yell. You know when you do something wrong? I couldn't just calmly come and say, why did you do this now? Why the hell do you? That was me. Now I have received sense. I go like, then, you want to? No, I don't do that at all. But the point is, I have now learned to communicate. Shouting, it doesn't help. That was what we saw our mothers do, right? Wallahi. I don't know whether it's that we had sense. Because there are things that my children do now that even in my dream, I will not read to my mother. But they do it and they walk away. Because times are different. Times are different. But the truth is they are more like us than we think. So who are us? Who are you really? What are your kids learning from you? What are your kids learning? I do therapy for young children. If you know the number of children that have told me what they have seen in their father's homes, by mistake. By mistake. And their father's laptops. You see COVID. He's doing that online class matter. You have destroyed people's eyes. They never told anybody, but in therapy, they said it. And this is something, of course, I cannot tell the parents. But the number of things we have done without even knowing to our kids. I had a group, women, Muslim, I don't know, it wasn't Muslim, well, Muslim, but it was like a women group for how to spice your life, something like that. Because I was conscious, like, see, my kids don't touch my food. That has always been my rule. But even then, because I was conscious, when I realized they were sending, it was, alhamdulillah, it was just like to help women manage themselves, you know what I'm saying? But I knew, if for any reason I have to give my child, because I don't have to go, because I don't have anything I can give my food. But I knew that I had that rule, something can come. I had to just delete. So it's all about being intentional about what your kids are learning from you. There are times we stand and shout about our children have done this, da 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 da. Wallahi, sometimes it's actually horrible. But because we are not self-aware, we don't practice self-reflection. Because if we did more of self-reflection, we're able to see that we are the cause. Am I taking too much time? So basically, how to deal with your anger and frustration. Everybody feels frustrated. But your kids learn and they see how you deal with it. How do you deal with it? Because it's not about happy times. We all manage happy times very well. It's how you manage bad times. How are you managing it? Have you ever talked about loss to your children? Grief to your children? Because when you keep feeling, no, big man, I don't show this, then how the hell are they supposed to learn? When they find themselves in such situations, how do they learn? I once told my son, when he turned 18, he's going to be 21 now. When he turned 18, when in the house we say Tashim Balaga. He had time feeling as if the world is his whole back. I said, Haji, what if I commit a crime? Maybe I went out, that time he hadn't started driving, and then I hit someone. He said, what will you do? I said, I'll take you to the police station. He said, no, nobody saw me. I said, I last saw you. He said, you will take me to the, I said, wallahi, I will take you to the police station. I'll write a report. But I promise you, I will be with you every step of the way. Because that's support. Support is not when you hide the sins or the misgivings of your child. That's not support. Our children don't know consequences. In fact, my children don't know consequences anyway. He said, you do that. I said, wallahi, tallahi, summa billahi, lazi, I will do that. You cannot commit a crime and think because I'm your mother, I will hide it. Why? We will go and report it and we find that the person you hit, if the person isn't dead, alhamdulillah, we'll go to the hospital, we'll pay for the medical bills. If the person is dead, you have to fast. I don't know what the law says, but I do promise you, wallahi, I will stand by you. So you don't have to stand by your children because they are right. You also stand with them when they are wrong. But when we hear about WAEC, I consult for school, so I hear the story about how they pay for them to pass WAEC. Something as minute as that. My son failed WAEC, my first son. That day I could not sleep. And I went to Yoruba school, so it was like, in my head, because when I just saw the result, and you know the funny thing is, I kept on telling him to read. So I said, don't worry now, because he's smart, he's intelligent, but lazy. So he refused to read. By the time the result came, as I opened it, I said, Bismillah. It didn't help. I opened it and I just saw the whack of a thing he did. And I just looked at the result. Wallahi, my heart broke into 1,000 pieces. This is my first son. I'm a bloody coach. My friends have started posting their children. You know how they want to put it in your face. I also want to say. I looked at him and I passed it to him. I said, "Listen, I swear to God, I still don't know how I was calm about it. It was Allah. Because I wanted to shout and scream and hit something. I just said, "Okay, respect yourself." And I said, "What are you going to do about it?" I passed it to him. I will not take responsibility for your mess. Wallahi, I will not. I take no responsibility for anybody's mess. I said, "What are you going to do about it?" At least, alhamdulillah, he had this look of shame. Because he actually felt ashamed, and I said, "God, I thank you." Because there are some children that will not even feel shame. And he said, "I'll work harder at NECO." And he did. Because you know, NECO comes after graduation. He was the only SS3 student that remained in boarding house. So his NECO came out and he did well in NECO. But before then, after that, I had a training the next day. And all of us were coaches. So everybody, Coach Dini, where am I your son now? How was your result? I don't feel like, I don't shout. This person said, my daughter had A's. I don't, oh my God. This one, she had 6 A's and this and that. Coach Dini, where am I going? He failed. Everyone kept quiet. You know what happened? Then there was silence. They didn't know what to say. I said, "No, it's fine. He failed, but inshallah, we are going to arrive NECO, so hopefully he will be better." That's life. He failed, he learned, he did better. But if you feel that your son cannot fail, who are you now? Even me, that if you see how I was on my son's neck to study, he still refused to study. It took him to fail for him to understand the need to study. But if you go and pay for them to give expo to your child, my second son did well the next year. He did marginally better. You know, I'm this parent that, I say this with all humility. Most of us are parents here, right? I'm this parent that, I'm a very emotional person, and I'm very vocal. All my life, I don't miss PTAs, I'm very intentional about my children, honestly. So every year, I will sit down there, and I will sit in hope when they start calling names. I don't even go up because I don't remember the child side. I'm hoping, like, fifth child, or maybe best in one subject, and this anxiety, it's hiding. Then they'll call another person's child, I'll clap. Then the next one, I'll be like, "Oh my God, inshallah. That's how I'll do all the inshallah, and I leave the place, none of my children I ever call. And then when you move out and you're going out, they say, mommy, this, inshallah, did you see Hanifa? Yeah, I saw. What the hell do you mean? No, like seriously, what the hell do you mean? Of course I saw Hanifa, they call her 10 times, so? Simply because our children are not called on the assembly doesn't mean we are bad parents. I need to say that to myself. It happens. Not every child is gifted. Not every child is gifted. And it's okay. I tell my son, look, you don't have to be, you may not be the best in your class. You may not make all the A's. Mark Zuckerberg, is he not a dropout? Bill Gates. I'm not saying I want my children to drop out. But at least we need something to motivate us as well. Life will go on, and then you don't have to be academically sound. And I think that's one of the major problems we have. We expect our children to be geniuses. Not every child is gifted. And it's okay. What we should concentrate more on, wallahi, is character. Now you may say, hey, because our children are not smart, Daddy. Yes, truly. Because if my children were smart, it was still younger. But Allah has done it. Like, they are not that smart. Alhamdulillah. So I concentrate on their character. I got lesson teachers. I got all kinds of lesson teachers so I could boost, And I think sometimes my mother tells me that I have ridiculously high expectations because they are average students. Before you think my children are dollars, they are not dollar students. But I wanted more. All the A's, they did not make a first class. But at least, by God's will, they will not make that class. Allah Majal, it will not happen. Allah Majal, it will not happen. So I think more about molding them to be good Muslims. So what kind of Muslim are you molding? What kind of Muslim are you molding? And to be honest, you are molding that child from yourself. Check yourself. I am most conscious about my habits because of my children. Because I know they see me. They see what I do. When I want them to do what I do, hell yes. Now ask yourself, do you really want your children to do what you do? Do you? Again, raising emotionally aware children starts with raising emotionally aware men and women. Nobody is perfect, but life far from it. Nobody is. But in your perfectly imperfect life, how is it showing up in the lives of your children? Because these children are going to be the leaders of tomorrow. They are also going to be husbands. They are going to be wives. They are going to be uncles, aunties, colleagues, friends, neighbors. How do you treat your colleagues? How do you treat your neighbors? How do you even treat yourself? Because they are watching and they are learning. And I'm not talking to anybody before you say I'm talking to. But if the shoe fits, that's not my problem. So what I need you to do now, we're going to do a short exercise. I need you to relax. Can you sit down? You can hold anything, just put it down beside you, please. Uncle, we're going to do a short exercise. You can hold anything, just put it beside you. Now I need you to relax. Just relax. If you want, you can lean back on your chair. You can put your hands on your thighs. Both hands on your thighs, please. I need you to relax. And if you don't mind, I need you to shut your eyes for a minute. Shut your eyes for a minute, please. I need you to breathe in as if you are smelling a rose flower or a lavender, a nice smell. Breathe in through your nose. As if you want to suck in all the air. Suck it in. Then breathe out through your mouth. It has to be out through your mouth. Now breathe in again through your nose. There is this beautiful flower in your garden. Imagine a rose flower in your hand. You need to close your eyes, sis. Close your eyes. Imagine you are sniffing the flower. Now release it through your mouth. One more time. Breathe in through your nose. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out through your nose. Through your mouth, sorry. Breathe in through your nose. One more time. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out through your mouth. Now in that state, I need you to do a deep reflection. I need you to see yourself right now. What are you doing as you are seeing yourself? Where are you? Are you at home? At work? What are you wearing? What can you see around you? Can you smell the air in the room that you are in? We are seeing you are seeing yourself 30 years from now. So you are a little bit older. You are sitting on a chair, you are relaxed, you are now retired. You are sipping a cup of tea. Nice tea. As you sip the tea, you are feeling it go down your throat and it's soothing. And you are smiling. And you are saying, Alhamdulillah. Ya Allah, I thank you. You lift up your head and you see your grandchildren. They are running around saying, Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandma, Grandma, and they give you a kiss on your cheek. And you smile and you say, Alhamdulillah. You feel blessed. Your children are good. Your grandchildren are doing good as well. All you say is Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. What else can you say? You feel good. Alhamdulillah, life is good. Do you know how much Ijabu Gari is? Emudu. Do you know how much Ijabu Gari is? Okay, do you know how much Ijabu Gari is? Emudu of Ijabu Gari. How much is it? Fantastic. I just needed you to come back. Now, that is what we call visualization. We learned that in NLP. In order to create the life you want, you have to see it. You cannot create what you don't see. I did this visualization class, I think 3-4 years ago. And when I did that class, I saw me standing, holding a microphone online. And in my own visualization, I saw thousands of people all sitting down listening to me. That was my visualization. And from that day, I began to take steps. From that day, Coach Tiki was born from a visualization exercise. That's how powerful the mind is. The mind needs to see it for you to create it. Those better children you saw running around you, did you see them? Did you see grandchildren? I didn't see that, sorry. Did you see the grandchildren around you? Did you see them? Did you feel the tranquility and peace? Good. Oh yeah, create it. Yes, create it. If you did that exercise properly, and you saw the life you wanted, at the end of it all, you have finished toiling. All you toiling and toiling that you say you don't have time. Because you're making money, you have finished it in the next 30 years. And your children have become mature, they have become men and women by their right, and they have their own children. And obviously, from that visualization exercise, we're talking about the children. We're not talking about children where let me not go there. Did you see it? Did you see it? Oh yeah, you now do the work. Create it. You don't create it like this. How many of you have watched Aladdin? You know Aladdin? The lamp that you rub and you say, Genie, Genie, and Genie will appear. You get them? You get the lamp? You have the lamp? Do you have the lamp? Do you have the magic lamp that you rub and Genie will appear and say, what do you want? Because if you have, I beg, I need it too. But because it does not exist, whatever you want to see in your life, you have to be intentional and create it. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's one step at a time. Be the man you want your children to be. Be the woman you want your children to be. Don't just wish it and dream it and make dua and tahajjud every night. Ya Allah, bless my children. Ya Allah, bless my life. Yeah, but then everything you do is negative. It doesn't work that way. You make dua and you take action. The hadith says you should tie your camel. Make dua and tie your camel, isn't it? If you like, go and take your car to the same market. Brand new car. Leave the car keys there and say, Allah, la ilaha illallah. In fact, I have to see you. Ya Allah, leave alone and worship. Allah, you will protect this car for me. Waka. And believe that Allah will protect it for you. Go and come back. You meet your car there. Because it doesn't work like that. You get a brand new car, you go to the market, you put security first. What do you call it? What's that in the tracker. Thank you. You put a tracker. Then you still put that in that they use to hold the. Then you come out of the car, you lock it, you be sure you lock it again. You lock it and then you go back to be sure you locked it. Then you make your part and then you walk out. Then you have done your part. But you cannot leave your car with the keys in and say dua and walk out. That is what we do. Dua is good, but dua also needs action. Thank you for your time. I don't know if you have any questions. Say Allah Akbar at least now. No, seriously, wait. I don't understand it. Wallahi bana tabahish. This is bad belly. Somebody will come and stand and talk like the way I talked. And then I say I finished, and then you just look at me like that. microphone. See the microphone. Yes.
What we can even say. It's been heart-touching. I enjoyed your session, and may Allah put barakah in it for all of us that have listened to you. I got a lot of messages from your delivery. I want to remember something. During the holiday, I'm in one group, I believe, okay, yeah, you should know, School Resource Center. So on that group, we are educators there, you know. So someone posted that you should, on a normal day as teachers, after holiday, children come back, we give them essay, write about your holiday. How did you spend your holiday? So this time I was, okay, true, that's true. Now she did that, she wanted to see what will happen. So the question she did, that means she gave the children was, okay, write about how you will love to spend your holiday. Like you, how you not the way your parents want to now. How would you like to spend your holiday? For me, I'm a doer. I like to practice. When I get any information, I want to practice. So okay, let me do it. I get this following day, I get my children, 3 of them. Oh, did you come and see? Write up. The one that caught my attention was my son. He said, so he wrote, part of what he wrote was, when he has finished reading his book, his mom will still tell him, go and read. Meanwhile, he has read. He would have loved to go out to go and play with his friends, to go and read. But mommy will still tell him, go and read. Even when he's still on holiday, why did she always say, this is what he was writing to me? Mommy will still tell him, go and read. But one thing he actually liked about it is that he liked him to succeed. So after you like him to succeed. So after writing like all of them, some I want to visit I would have loved to visit my cousins, so in one place and that. So I now piled it up. I called them one by one. I gave them their feedback. So the one that said, there was a word he used. And I said, oh, really? This who I am, truly. That was a feedback. It's from what he said. We should get feedback from our children. It's very, very important. You may not know what you're doing, but from them, get it from them. Let them be able to express. From what this boy said, I was able to know, oh, this is how this boy sees me as a mother. So I called him over and I gave him my reason for whatever he felt was the negative part of me that he mentioned. So you know that, alhamdulillah. So once more, do we have questions? I've seen hands already. I will count. Okay, comments. Do we have comments? Comment. Okay. Comment first, please.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah reward you abundantly. I start off as a teacher anyway. Honestly speaking, it's so touching, and at a particular time I felt bad, and at a particular time I was very happy. What she has just talked about, this topic of today, in fact, is ambiguous. I don't know the word to use for it. It's something that is happening. And I'm appealing to every one of us here. Let us make amendments. If you look with children, ma, you said feedback. How many parents are there and ready to get feedback from their children? Then the father will walk and say, your child said, this is what your child said I am. I pray they will also work on their mind or attend programs or trainings. Because some children dare not say it. And for my own statistics that I take, the children of the scholars are more vulnerable to the problems of health. Because they thought they will go out to preach. And they think they are preaching in their house, don't slap. if a child got up, the first thing you do is slap. And there are lots of things that happen in both men and women. Please, it's very, very important. We should go further than what she has taught us. It's very important. And for every one of us to know, we are in Gen Z. We are now, if you don't move to that Gen Z, you will be surprised what will be the outcome. We are last.
For your old age.
Wallahi.
Because the way they think, the way they look, what we cannot tell our father or our mother, if they don't give us something, we will go out. We will tell you, this is your responsibility.
Yes.
This is your responsibility. What can we do to change their attitude?
Like I said earlier, you see this empathy, man, the lack of it, it's a common problem. Wallahi, it's a common problem. In the Gen Z, they have very little empathy. How it happened, I swear I don't know. But I think social media plays a huge role. There is a disconnect between parents and and children. Even during our time, it's not like we were party with our parents, no. But we had more time with them. Now, the kids watch TV all day, or they're on their phones all day. So there's a disconnect. But most importantly, you have to teach them empathy. You don't sit a child down and say, I want to teach you empathy today. No, it doesn't work like that. Show them empathy. When my child gets hurt, if they just do, I rush. Yes, I'm a drama queen. I'll hold the hand. I'll do, no, I show concern. When I hurt, they show concern. You teach it. They will not show concern the way I show it, but they show some concern. And that's how it works. You have to show them empathy for them to learn it. You cannot teach it by words, but now you have to show it. That's just it. And then God help us.
I have 4 questions, because before that my question, I would like to also share my own experience. You know, we pray Allah give us children that will listen to us and that will obey the command of Allah. Naturally, it's little effort that we can do. There's no amount of effort that we can do that is enough for us to raise an emotionally or spiritual child. There was a time I had to have an experience of what you are discussing, and now table it as one of the parenting class that I attended, I think early this year. I have this different perception to my experience, but I was able to, somebody tried to correct my perception. I was with my kids one day, one of them wanted to write on, and I noticed that it's not serious enough the way I was expecting to be serious. So I tried to narrate my own story to them that when I was like you, I don't even have a father to even pay for my school, to pay for my lessons, to pay for my English book. But yet, my wife, I made A1 in mathematics, I made A3 in chemistry, I made C4 in other maths. So I was just telling them what I made in my results. And I said, to whom much is given, much is expected. I don't want anything lower than that. Anything lower than that, I'm not going to take it. You know what one of them told me? Said that, can we see your results? Really? This is my results? And I don't know when last I see my wife. I went to my wardrobe up. I was like, no sweating, look for that result. I have to see this result today. You know? And luckily at that point, I was able to see that result. And I showed him like this. And I was shaking to her that, oh, And I was feeling like, he said, wow, man, wow. I didn't want to see if you born your mother, if you born your you might have that bitterness in my life. If this guy result should come out, and you know, I was that bitter with you. So when I said, no, I need to take down my seat.
Yeah.
Because that does not mean we still make results.
Yes.
And they will not like me to now turn to a rebel to him or anything. I actually need to find a way to talk to him, to let him understand that we can do better. And you know, actually his result is not far better than my own. It's not even closer to my own. At the end of the day, but because I've discussed it in one parenting class, and somebody changed my mindset for that. To God, I will have the house will have two halls for me. Honestly, you understand? So, from what I've said, we need to learn how to, rub their ego, so that we don't lose them. We will not lose them in society. The kind of children we are raising now, honestly, they are totally different from the kind of person we are. So we need to discover that they are now at a receptive style of life. Anything you say, you want to do the second word. Because what the outside world is going to give them for what you are telling them. So you have to be careful, especially when you get to a particular age. For ladies now, when they, as I said from the research, when girls get like 13 to 18, they become the enemy of their mother and the friends with their father. I don't know if many women have passed that. They will become your enemy. They will see you as enemy. Truly from the mind as enemy. If you don't know how to handle them and guide you lose them.
Absolutely.
But their father will become their friends. You understand? Because they are growing and they are becoming aware of their body, of their, you know everything, and you are trying to now calm them. So you are like somebody who they see their goal and you want to suppress that goal in them. That's kind of thing they are saying in you. So that's why this class is very important. You learn from it, you learn how to enter their brain, and how to be able to work within their mindsets and be able to get the best out of them. Now, I want you to help us to discuss if you are being tried to have a child like Allah tried Nabi Nuh. You understand?
Yeah.
You have been trying to have a child and you have done all your best in life to give him the best. But eventually at the point it's turned to be a drug addict or turned to be a rebel in the house, turned to be something else in the house. With all your dua, with all your efforts, and it still just gets to that side of life. How do you think you can be able to get him out of that, or you will not be hurt for that? For example, this story of these young singers, for example, the Mughal story and all those things, I think I use it to understand where they are and they need to be emotionally sensitized about the environment and what will happen to their life that can lead them to destruction. So if you have been tried in that with us, what do you do as a parent?
This is one of the many questions that, thank you for asking that, because we don't acknowledge these problems in our society, but there are many parents who are struggling with those kind of kids. In fact, there are many parents who are the ones struggling with addiction. There was a seminar, an online seminar I did with NDNA, because I'm a substance abuse coach as well. I don't do much of it, but I did a training on substance abuse, because I've always believed the best person to coach on something is when you've experienced it. Alhamdulillah, the only thing, I didn't try drugs, so I don't know, honestly. But I have said a lot about substance addiction in my line of mental health. I don't think people wake up one day and say, today is a good day to start taking drugs. I don't think it works that way. And I remember that was the reason why NDLA actually invited me for that seminar. Because when they watched that video on my Instagram handle, they called me. The underlying cause of many mental health illnesses, including substance addiction, is emotional distress. So what I tell parents is, go back to the very beginning. A child who became an addict, and there are some that it just happened maybe by coincidence, God forbid, but it just happened. But most children, and even parents, because if you know the number of women that are taking drugs today, wallahi, it will shock you. Many of us are taking substances to sleep, to function. Wallahi, it's happening. It's not something we talk about in public, but wallahi, tallahi, it will shock you the number of women who are taking drugs because of guys. Anyway, let's not go into that. So children that actually end up becoming addicts, usually is an emotional distress. So you ask yourself, many of them, from the experience I've had, I think I've had 2 or 3 that I had a problem with substance. I had to refer them to somebody, a psychiatrist, because it was way past me. But the underlying cause, one, was actually sexual molestation. She never told her parents. She was sexually abused in the house by her uncle. And it went on for a long time. She never told anybody. One of the ways she could manage it was drugs. Her friends introduced her to it. See, when we say with your children, no be joke. It's not enough to even have just conversations with your children. Look around you. We are not intentional, so we don't even see. You see uncle. Allah make it easy for us. That's a different class. I think we'll have to find time to do that class. Some molestation. Some of them is emotional distress. Her parents were divorced. Her father, I think I even shared in this, I don't know, let me end with this. Her father got divorced from her mom, and he's a very rich man. So anything she wants, if that money can buy, she'll have it, except love and his presence. He got married to another woman whom she calls a witch. Whether that is true, I don't know. But obviously, which means she has a very bad relationship with her stepmother. Her father went and told the school not that to even enter to see the child. So he alienated her from her mother. She had no mother figure, she had no father figure because he was all around the world, apart from home. Have you ever done anything on love language? Do you know love language? Yeah. Love language is the ways that we want love to be expressed to us. Some of us is physical touch. A hug makes you, some of us is gifts, money. Some of us is act of service. When somebody, if you are in the kitchen, your husband wants to let you wash plates, you say, whoa, yes. You know, it's the best thing ever. And some of us is words of affirmation. This particular child, her love language is physical touch. She said, the coach did, I'm a sex addict. Wallahi. That day, I late at night, I kept thinking, because then my son was 16. This is another 16-year-old Muslim child who is telling me she's a sex addict. At 16! She doesn't know the number of men she has, like boys actually. In the morning, her parents will see her. She wake up, she do that, she pray, but they don't know this is a child. What we hear in therapy, can never make it. So this kind of child could easily start to take drugs. She feels alone, unloved, unwanted, and then she will have one bad company and say, babe, just try this thing small, just try it. And she will try it. She will feel a bit better. And the thing about substance, you will never get the high you got the first time. If you got 100% high the first time, I don't know why you take that thing. But my coach told me, the second time you take it, you get 99% high. The third time, 97%, 92%, 90%, 85%. That is how you come down, and then you have to take more and more. That is why it's called psychoactive drug. And it becomes an addiction. So, to cut the long story short, stuff. Most kids who are into drugs, you do therapy. They see a psychiatrist, yes, for medication, but you also do therapy to see the underlying cause of it. Because believe me, most times, it's emotional. That's when you begin to help the child to heal. Thank you.
Any more question? We are almost done. One more. That will be the last question, but I have announcements. Okay.
I just want to ask, you mentioned about feelings. I noticed majority in this particular period, most of the people they try to reject that aspect. Feelings of matches. They feel it's like a stigma. How do we address such? Because a lot of people are even adding more to adding more to the problem of feeling them in the child. So how do you address it?
She asked a question about the stigma attached to therapy. Did I mention that I go for therapy? Yes. I mentioned that it's a badge of honor. I am not well. I don't even realize. See, because I wore clothes, I took back and wore clothes and came out, does not mean I am sound. Wallahi, tallahi, subhanallahi, I am not well. It takes a level of self-awareness to know that yes, you are achieving some kind of emotion, but you are trying to find healthy coping mechanisms Yeah. Not every mental health challenge is Kolo. I know Kolo. There is a difference. Okay, maybe I Kolo small. You know, even Kolo level. So the ability to say it, that is an element of shame. And that is why we do mental health awareness. So that we can break the stigma that makes you make people feel bad because they're not okay. Because you know that's true? Many of us are not okay. But we pretend to be okay. Because you wear clothes, but body doesn't mean fine. And that's okay. Until we begin to have these conversations and make it okay and normal not to be okay. The mental health slogan is it's okay not to be okay. But it's not okay to remain not okay. I hope you get it. It's okay not to be okay, but it's not okay to remain not okay. You do something about it. So if there are times you feel really crappy, those days that you wake up and you feel the whole world is crumbling down, and you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to take a bath, it's okay. How long have you gone without taking a bath? Anybody? How long have you gone? I want 2 days. That's the truth. My opinion. I don't want to say anything. And it's okay. There are times that the whole world is depressing. And you tell people and you say, why are you talking as if you don't have Iman? Have you heard that? When someone is going through depression, they tell you, they are talking as if you don't have tawakkul. Which is what makes it even wrong. You can have Iman, you can have tawakkul, and you can have depression. It just makes it easier for you to go through it. So these are the conversations we have to have. When someone is not doing okay, please stop judging. Stop judging. If you cannot make someone feel better, if there's nothing kind that can come out from your mouth, waka pass. It's as simple as that. But we'll continue to have these conversations on mental health, especially women's mental health, so that people who are going through really hard times can find it okay to express themselves and know that you are not alone. You are not alone. If you are not doing okay, you are not alone. Life is challenging, life is stressful. So forgive me if there are times that I just feel I cannot function. Besides, we all have mental health issues in our lives. We all have. Because what's the meaning of mental health? The simple meaning of mental health is how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. Who doesn't think? Who hasn't has not had an experience that made you feel crappy in your life? Who hasn't? It's just resilience and tawakkul and iman that makes you fight it. And some of us are more resilient than others. But you can wake up and do the hajj and then with every sujood, you are weeping. You collapse and do the sujood. So you keep doing that hajj, you do the sujood, and then you see a therapist. If you read the Quran is therapy. Please stop it. Yes, Quran is therapy. But you have to find someone who is also knowledgeable, who can bring out the therapeutic part of the Quran for you. How many of us know the meaning of the Quran? I don't know. I read the Quran in English. And I read the tafsir. But unfortunately, we don't have many Muslim scholars or ulama who are actually counselors. We don't. You go to an ulama to express how bitter you are or unhappy, they say, go and pray. Did I say I was not praying anymore? And that's the problem we're having in the Ummah. We have to find a way. You see this empathy? We are wondering why our children don't have it. Because we don't have it. We don't have it. You cannot give what you don't have. I'm sorry, I'm very particular about mental health. I think I'm even becoming too hyper. So, honestly, thank you for that question. It starts from all of us. When was the last time you checked up on each other? You come for MICA meeting every Sunday. Is it every Sunday? You come for MICA meeting every Sunday. Even the men. When was the last time you looked at one of your colleagues and said, my brother, how are you doing? How are you holding up with Nigeria? Or things that are happening? Your life. When was the last time you did that? something nice to a sister today. In fact, please now, I mean, look at this, your neighbor and say something nice. Say something nice, compliment your brother. Uncle, compliment your brother, or compliment your brother. Uncle, say your brother, and compliment your brother. We need to do more of that. Allah will be needed. May Allah make it easy for us. I have another program, so honestly I have to go.
Sorry, I got carried away. But Judith, thank you very much. And thank you for making most of us laugh. You know some people but it's true. I don't even want that to go. Don't worry. But we will be expecting you very, very soon. Very soon. We would love to have more of you there at Jamaica. Sincerely speaking, you won't know the impact of what she does this. Some people didn't laugh for the whole of this week. They say it's like, you know, inside of yourself, whether it's true or not. But making you laugh now is a great honor. So next week, inshallah, is going to be children's time. October 1st is going to be that Sunday. It's a public holiday, but we're going to be having a session for children. A day for the children. The adults can come up to come and cheer them up, but it's going to be their club. They have the club next week, so it's for age 3 to 12 children. They are going to be showcasing the beauty of Nigeria to us. So they can be practicing from now till Sunday on everything that has to do with Nigeria, the state and the capital, the slogan, the history of our independence. So we have the age 3 to 7 session and also have from 8 to 12. So by the end of today, for those of us on the MICA platform, I want to believe every one of us is on that platform. If you are not on the platform, please see me or Sister Zaina after the class. Brother, okay, the admin, you can meet. If you are not on any of the MICA platform, please find a way to get in there. There's a lot of information being passed on that platform. So the form to fill for the category of activity your child would like to participate in will be posted on the MICA platform today, inshallah.